Hello there, folks. Bonky Kook here. Back with a channel update slash announcement. I'm going to try to make this rather quick and just get into it. First off, I do apologize if the audio is a bit wonky. My Astro A40s, the headset died on them, and I didn't realize it because I haven't been recording. Pulled them out last week to try to game with a friend, and the headset mic just doesn't work. So I'm on a backup, like, $30 headset, so I'm not sure how well the audio is coming through. Obviously, I'll listen to the file before I upload it to make sure you can hear me, but I'm not going to bother, optimizing the audio because I'm not going to be doing any long-term recording with this, and this is going to be a rather short video. I have gone back to a full-time job that is physically intense and is currently I'm getting better. My body is adjusting to it better, but I'm still not really able to do anything on my days off, and I don't have the energy to make walkthroughs. So, for the foreseeable future, I am still staying on hiatus, but again, I'm not ruling out ever coming back to making walkthroughs, especially with Zero Escape leaving Game Pass a month ago or however long ago it was. The amount of praise and support I received because of that walkthrough was incredible, and really did make me feel, useful for you guys and gals to get your achievements. So I do appreciate all of the shout outs, the donations, the likes, the subscribes, all of that. It really did make me smile and make these first, 2 months at my other job a little bit more bearable, knowing that I was capable of making really good content for all of you. That said, Danganronpa, the original, was one of the games that I made a full step-by-step achievement walkthrough for, and the sequel to launched into Game Pass in May of last year, specifically on May 10th. Now, I don't know exactly how the Game Pass contract works, but as we saw with Danganronpa, it leaves after being on the service for a year, and I don't expect that to be any different for Danganronpa 2, which means at the earliest it would leave probably on May 1st. And more than likely, you're going to see it leaving Game Pass on May 15th. That's not an official announcement or anything like that. I just don't know which endpoint it's going to be included in, whether it'll be May 1st, May 15th, possibly even May 30th. I guess, depending on how the contracts are structured. But sometime next month, Danganronpa 2 is going to be leaving Game Pass. And for those of you that are expecting an achievement walkthrough similar to what I did for Danganronpa 1, I have some bad news. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it. Even if at this point I was had a healthy work-life balance and could find the extra time to make the walkthrough. Now, with my headset broken, I'm going to have to buy a new one to even attempt to record. There's just no way that I'm making a walkthrough on par with the one I made for the first game in the next month. And with that announcement, I just want to say I do apologize. I had hoped to make walkthroughs for all three games. And that's just not going to happen, at the very least, before they leave Game Pass. The second one, Danganronpa 2, should be leaving next month, sometime in May. And I think Danganronpa 3 came out in, like, September, so that's when 3 would leave. And again, do not expect there to be a walkthrough from me, anyways. I do think someone on True Achievements has made text walkthroughs for 2. I don't know about 3. But don't look for anything from me as far as walkthroughs for the time being again. And I wanted to cover Danganronpa specifically because that's one of the games that I was known for. So some of you that had interacted with my videos had said you hope to see a walkthrough for 2. And while I'm not ruling out I will ever make one, I'm definitely not going to be able to make it before the game leaves Game Pass in approximately a month. And I would venture to say that that will hold true for Danganronpa 3 as well, even if I do get the work-life balance figured out. So that's the announcement. Specifically for those games, because they're going to be leaving Game Pass in the next 6 months. I wanted to get that announcement out there. If you do want to get more announcements from me, I do have a Twitter account at Bonkykook Gaming, BONKEKOOK Gaming. It's much easier to post a tweet than it is to post a video, but I will try to keep up with an announcement video every 2 or 3 months so that you guys know if my hiatus is going to continue, if I'm retiring completely, if I won the lottery and will start making walkthroughs. I don't know. We'll find out. So I am very sorry that there won't be a walkthrough for Danganronpa 2 or 3 before they leave Game Pass, but I did want to make that announcement here. And to delve into the reasons why, if you don't give two shits about that, feel free to leave. But I'm going to use this as kind of a little personal venting session here. So if you're interested in the why, feel free to stick around. Otherwise, thank you for your support, and I will see you later. My new job is full-time, rather physically taxing. I find myself coming home and just kind of dying. And I believe I mentioned this in my retiring video, I was hoping to make this content into something I could have a living wage with. And unfortunately, what has happened is that was impossible. So I found a job that does pay that living wage. And the job is, honestly, I enjoy it. I do enjoy the job. But the physicality of it, especially for someone who wasn't doing a lot of physical activity, because I was trying to do the website stuff, and most of that is, sitting on my butt at a computer. The physical aspect of the new job has really kicked my butt. Now, my body is adjusting, which is why I'm still leaving it open that I may be able to come back and make walkthroughs in the future. Once I get that work-life balance and my body is more accustomed to the level of physicality that I'll go through in a work week, then I might be able to spend maybe part of my days off making guides again. However, at this point, I'm also using the time to catch up on personal games that I was interested in. And on that note, the GoldenEye footage doesn't mean anything. I should have mentioned that at the beginning of the video. Just wanted to have something running in the background. And I did mute all the audio in case the theme song got me copywritten or striked. But because I was trying to turn video games into something that I could live off of, I was trying to be selective on what I played and what I made content for, which means I skipped a lot of the games that I wanted to play. Now, there's a bunch of one-offs that I wanted to play, but for those of you that have been keeping up with me on Twitter, I've been going through all the Yakuza titles. Since I went back to work, I started with Yakuza 5, and I've gone through 5, 6, Judgment, Lost Judgment, and now I'm at 7, Like a Dragon, and then Like a Dragon Ishin, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, just released like a month or two ago, and that's going to be next. And after that, I've never gone through the second and third games in the rebooted Tomb Raider trilogy, and those are games that I want to play. There's a lot of games like that that I never really put the time into, especially in the last couple of years, because I didn't feel like, in a way, I was allowed to have fun with video games because I was trying to turn them into something to make money with. So for the time being, I'm just enjoying playing games again and getting accustomed to the physicality of the job. So I just wanted to make this video to announce that there won't be any guides from me. I'll probably post another update at the beginning of June. You can kind of get an idea, or you can follow my Twitter account if that's better for you. I don't post as much as I used to. As I said, the job is rather taxing, and I tend to play games on the days or times that I'm not working. So, but feel free to interact with me if you are interested. Um, I really do appreciate all the support that I've gotten from all of you, whether it's just watching the videos or some of you have donated, and it really is heartwarming and really made me proud to know that my guides were in many ways as good as I was hoping they were. When you hear people and multiple people talking about how your guide is one of the best they've ever used, that's high praise. And I'm honored that there are those of you that felt that way about the content I was making. Because at the very least, that validates, trying to do it. That means that my confidence was not misplaced, and that in the right circumstance, I probably could have succeeded at making a living out of it. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work out, and we're here now. So, again, I do still have that itch to make walkthroughs. I've played some games and used some achievement guides, and I'm like, man, I could do it way better. Unfortunately, I'm just not in a position to act on that impulse anymore. So, we'll see what the future holds. I do, again, thank you so much for everything all of you have done for me, and I'll keep in touch with you in another month or two here and let you know how things are going. So I guess I will see you next time.